Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Together. Vidita Khila Shastra Sudha Jaladhe Mahitopanishad Kathitartha Nidhe Hridaye Kalaye Vimalancharanam Bhavashankara Deshikame Sharanam Bhavashankara Deshikame Sharanam Karuna Varunalaya Palayamam Bhavasagara Dukkha Viduna Hridam Rajayakhila Darshana Tattvavidam Bhavashankara Deshikame Sharanam Bhavashankara Deshikame Sharanam Bhavata Janata Suhita Bhavita Nijabodha Vicharana Charumate Kalayeshwara Jiva Vivekavidam Bhavashankara Deshikame Sharanam Bhavashankara Deshikame Sharanam Bhava Eva Bhavaniti Me Nitaram Samajayata Chetasi Kautukita Mama Varaya Moha Mahajaladhim Bhavashankara Deshikame Sharanam Bhavashankara Deshikame Sharanam Sukrute Dhikrite Bahudha Bhavato Bhavita Samadarshana Lalasata Atidinamimam Paripalayamam Bhavashankara Deshikame Sharanam Bhavashankara Deshikame Sharanam. This fifth verse is very nice because it says, I am not a qualified student because I am not there yet. I am waiting. I don't have what it takes. And I am waiting for the punya to fructify because of your compassion. And the little service that I might be doing for you will make the grace which allows for this kind of a knowledge to be heard, to be assimilated, to be understood and to be lived possible. I'm waiting for this grace to come. And I know that your compassion is such that even though I don't have the qualifications, I will, it will magnify for me. Because I come late to class. We already saw that. I don't take notes. I'm always doing something or the other and suddenly I come and I don't know what I have done to deserve this, but you always wait for me. Even though I'm not worthy, I'm very unworthy, and I'm just somehow waiting for certain things to fall in place so that the worthiness will come, so that I can understand this. But at present, I'm quite unworthy. So, sukrite, adhikrite. So, when it becomes, when the punya, little bit of punya, like Vedanta Shravanam, I told you, is punya. So, how many, what did we say? 840 hours? Yeah? 8? 4, only 48 hours, okay, yeah. All right. I don't know where I got the 800 from. So, 48 hours of listening, that's a lot. But with Adi Shankara's grace, it will become 848. That's the idea. One time, I had gone with Pujya Swamiji to one place. It's a small little town. I think now it might be in Telangana, I don't know. Rajamundri it's called. Full. It's in Andhra Pradesh, yeah. So I went to Rajamundry. The place was chock filled with people, and then there was a group of about 50, 60 women who were coming. They were part of some bhajan group, and so they came every single day. And then it was about a 1 week program. About halfway into it, Pujya Swamiji had a doubt. And he asked one of the women, "Are you following anything?" They said no. None of them spoke English. But they came. They sat. And upon being asked why, they said, listening to Vedanta gives punya. We are here for the punya. And so like this, our Totaka is also saying, I'm not a Sureshwara. Who is Sureshwara? Yes, a very worthy disciple who writes commentaries to Adi Shankara's commentaries. I am not Padmapada, who has memorized everything and who everybody is jealous of his erudition. I am not Hastamalaka, who is already there and is in his own world doing something or the other. I am somebody that was just picked off the street like a scab, and here I am in your purview, and I don't have the worthiness. So I'm waiting for something to take this a little further. Your own grace has to help me to even become ready. It's like somebody was asking a satsang question, how to get inspired. This is exactly where you are in good company, because this is exactly where Totaka is. And he's saying how to get, qualify for this knowledge. What should I do? So, but I have full faith. I have full shraddha that because of your grace upon me, the punya will fructify. And when the punya fructifies and increases and magnifies because of your compassion, then I too will be a worthy student. And so then that's what he says, bhavita. And bhavita means will become. What will be there? Samadarshana lalasata. Samam Brahma. Brahma is called Samam. Samam means because it is equally present in everything. Here Samadarshana doesn't mean what the Bhagavad Gita says, equanimity, etc. Samam Brahma, tad darshanam, tasya darshanam. Darshanam means avagatihi, understanding that it is evenly everywhere. It's not like in some aspects of creation there is more Brahman and in another there is less Brahman. No. That which is present everywhere in the same manner, that is what is called samadar. And the darshan of that, understanding that, samadarshana lalasata. So even the mumukshutvam I don't have. Lalasata means that is the longing, the yearning for this Brahman I do not have. It will fructify, I know, but right now I do not have it. This is how it is, and that's why the Totakashtakam is so relatable. Because when we go to the teacher, we have very little mumuksha. One is not a mumukshu. And therefore the vidya doesn't come. Mumukshuta is a slight, small flicker, a little lamp that is in a strong wind. The Bhagavad Gita gives the opposite example. Yatha deepo nivatastho nengate sopama smrita. So here it is not, nivata means protected from the wind. And what is this wind? Raga, dvesha and all kinds of other distractions, other pursuits, etc. And here the mumuksha is not even protected mumuksha. The student here, Totaka says, I as the student, has shown up with a tiniest amount of mumuksha possible. If you want to know where it is, have to ask you to bring a microscope, because it is this mumuksha is not even visible to the naked eye. It is so tiny. And if you use the example of a, what is that called? The lamp, it is, what's that, where the wick, the lamp has the flame, candle, wick, whatever it is. The flame has gone off and only the tip is red, And then it is giving off a bad, burnt smell of raga dvesha. all the samskaras and raga dveshas are stinking in this bad, burnt smell. But then there is a little tip. Red tip will be there. And if you just go like this, it will come back. And so he says, please increase my mumuksha. Increase my mumuksha. Increase my desire to learn. And I have full faith that you will do that, because without this desire to learn and this desire for freedom, nothing will come to me. But I know, because I'm with a stalwart guru such as yourself, this will always happen. There's no way it will not happen. It may not happen today, but it will definitely happen one day. Of this I am very, very sure. And then he makes he beseeches. What does he say? Ati deenam imam. He doesn't say aham, imam, as though he is a creature, it, Ati deenam means truly helpless I am. Truly helpless this is, that has been dragged off the street like a rescue animal, put in a flea dip and then put up for adoption. And somehow been adopted by Adi Shankara. Oh my God, what punya is this? A mongrel that doesn't have shama, dhamma, uparati, titiksha, shraddha, samadhanam, nothing. Doesn't sit when it's told to, doesn't do anything. And it's just looking for acceptance and love. That is what I am. This is what my condition is. And so he says here is an important point I want to make about this creature, which I am, and this creature is extremely helpless, unable to take care of itself, and I'm not like your other students who are writing commentaries and giving presentations and having debates, going places. I'm not like any one of them. I need a lot of attention. I need a lot of love. I need extra office hours. I need to come sit with you. And I won't go away until I am shooed out. Then I'll go, only to come back again, wagging the tail. Then you say shoo, and then I'll go. And then I'll come back. My hope is, when you keep saying shoo, 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 one day I'll become a mumukshu. And that's my desire. That's my hope. And that's what I'm, so paripalaya mam. Paritaha means all round. You are responsible for my all-round development. I need training. I need home training. I need to know how to present myself. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to study. I don't know how to retain what I have studied. I don't know how to be in the world. How do I talk to people? I don't know. What do I say? I don't know. So you have to help me. And you have to love me up. And I'm going to be asking for a whole lot of attention. And I'm not going to keep quiet. I need so much attention. And it's you have to take me seriously. Ati deenam. Deenam means helpless. But helpless not in terms of money or something like that. Helpless meaning I am not mature. Helpless in terms of emotional maturity. I lack emotional maturity and I need your help to gain that emotional maturity. And so I'm completely surrendered to you. That I can do. That I know how to do. And even there I may not be doing this properly. But you can imagine it. When you read these lines, you think of a small rescue dog that has been adopted but doesn't know what it should be doing. Is a little diffident. Oh, maybe they'll be displeased. Maybe they're going to yell at me. Maybe they're going to not accept me. But nonetheless, it is hopeful and trying. Ati deenam. Deenam, helpless. Ati deenam, totally helpless I am. Paripalayamam. Palaya means grow me up. Make me grow up, because I am floundering at every step. I'm not confident of myself. I don't know what I'm talking. I don't know what to say. More importantly, I don't know what not to say. That is equally important, is it not? I don't know what to say. I don't know what not to say. I'm bumbling along, fumbling along, falling all over myself. Help. This is the beseeching. And in a way, this goes to this goes to show how basically in the hands of a teacher the student flowers. At least that's how it was with Pujya Swamiji. He parented everybody. You already have parents, but then going to the Guru means a kind of a rebirth. So there is a reparenting. There is a reparenting to grow the student up into being the full potential of what they can be. Because when the parents raise one, the parents pass on their love and care, no doubt. But along with that, they also pass on inadvertently many times their own fears. And because of their protectiveness, their own fears. Oh, you can't do this. You can't do this. You can't be like this. This is scary. That person is distrustful. This is not okay. This is how it is. And so here, that aspect is addressed without really being addressed directly, in the sense that that's why one requires another parenting to see the world and to be in the world, just as the Guru sees the world to seize the world, and to be in the world just as the teacher is in the world, free and clear. And then so many things, one is so defensive when one comes to the Guru. One wants to keep on saying, this is not my fault, I didn't mean to do it, and I haven't done it. It was him, it was her, it was this, it was that. It was because of this. Because of these factors, I am like this. All this. And the Guru reparents. It's not, the teaching is one thing. Along with the teaching, if the student is available and if the student is ready for it, automatically there is a reparenting that's happening without even the Guru intending it to be so. The reparenting kind of happens. And how does it happen? Because there is a certain, the student grows in appropriateness. What is appropriate to do in which situation and how and why the student grows, if there is room for the student to submit to such growth. Many people will not allow that growth to happen. Many people will say, I know already this much, this is who I am, and there is no space for any other growth. But if there is space, and if there is a desire that is expressed, then this kind of a growth will take place, definitely take place. And some of it is not pretty at all, not at all pretty. One time, Pujya Swamiji had me organize one conference, a very big conference. And there was somebody I was supposed to invite, and I invited them and everything. And then I don't know what happened, never heard back. And in those days, email was just still new. It was, nobody had cell phones, and email was still just taking off. It wasn't quite there. And people had funny ideas about email. They thought it was too informal a way to invite. Even though all the invitations had gone out on email to save time and everything. So this person had the idea, I'm a big man and I should get a formal letter of invitation, which I should have sent, but I did not because I didn't know what was going on. And then, Pujya Swamiji met him somewhere, and then I think he must have said, all these emails, and this is just such a terrible way of inviting, and what kind of a student do you have at the helm of this conference? All these things he must have complained. So I met Pujya Swamiji in Delhi. He was there. I was also there at that time. I was in Rishikesh. So I traveled to Delhi to meet him. And then we were all in the room, in his suite. And there was about 25, 30 people there. And then he saw me coming in, and he just pointed his finger, you. Because of you, this man is not coming to the conference. And at that moment, I just wished that the earth would swallow me up. Imagine a room full of people, and I had no idea what all had transpired. And then, I looked shocked. And, because I said, I'm so sorry, what should I have done? And he said, you should have written, you didn't write, and this is what happened, and email is not the way to invite. He just basically gave that man's points. And then I spent a sleepless night because I was anxious, and I was so stressed out. And the next morning I was supposed to take him tea, and, so I went to his room very gingerly and tentatively, with a tea in one hand quivering and biscuits in another. Then I went to the room. He said, it's open, come. So I went, and he was all wreathed in smiles. That was yesterday. It was all gone. What are we talking about? And then I still looked a little disbelieving. And he said, sit. And he handed me a biscuit. And he looked for something. I said, what do you want? What can I get you? He said, I want another cup. There was a paper cup, so I handed that. So he poured half of his tea, gave me half of his tea. And then he said, don't take that man seriously. He always has so many hang-ups, So it's not because of you that he didn't come. He just has hang-ups, we've seen. So it was just very interesting, both these things. But that first thing had to happen because, the ahankara got a nice wake-up call, and it was just a lesson to just be in a receptive place without trying to or needing to defend oneself. And that this is, what I mean by reparenting. Because what we learn from the parents is how to best defend ourselves. And, and here it is the complete opposite of that. Because something else is needed for this knowledge to come in. And so like this, the teacher, especially of Adi Shankara's caliber, Pujya Swamiji's caliber, reparents those who wish to and who know that there is so much to learn and who are willing and able to be open enough. And it's not something that is enforced. It is only something that happens if one is receptive. If one feels one knows everything already and one wants to even advise the teacher, so, then it is not, that possibility is not there. And it need not be there. But this is what here, atideenam imam paripalaya mam. You have to grow me up. You have to reparent me. You have to tell me what is right, what is wrong. You have to tell me how to behave. You have to make me ready for this knowledge. You have to ready me for this knowledge. And then what? He Bhavashankara, he Deshika, me Sharanam. Then, next one. Jagatim kalita kritayo vicharanti mahamahasaschalatah ahimam shurivatra vibhasi guro Bhava Shankara Deshika me sharanam Bhava Shankara Deshika me sharanam. Jagatim means Jagat. What is Jagat? The universe. Jagatim avitum. Avitum means in order to protect. In order to protect the Jagat. Kalita akritayaha. Akritayaha means taking on various avatars. Almost. Sometimes even disguises, meaning not advertising themselves. Some of these very powerful sadhus and all just wander quietly, completely dressed in ash, putting vibhuti everywhere, and then they just wander and they don't say anything, but they know, but they are very powerful because they have this knowledge. And they are quietly helping the world. Jagatim avitum, in order to protect the world, in order to make a difference. They wander. Vicharanti, visheshena charanti, with the express purpose of making a difference in the world. Lokasangraha. Lokasangraha means for the benefit of the world. They work. And how do they work? And they put a big advertisement and then they say, I'm doing this and this for you. No. So vicharanti. Vicharanti means they just move effortlessly, like even the celestial bodies move in their orbits in the firmament. The sun does its job every day, lights up everything that comes in its path. The earth, the moon, etc. The moon does its job every day. It waxes, it wanes, it appears, it disappears. The trees do their job. They give flowers, they give fruits, and they have healing properties to heal diseases that are there. The rivers do their job. And just like that, the sadhus also do their job without being told, and as effortlessly as all these things are doing their job, without being told to do it or without advertising that they are already doing it. None of that fanfare is there. And unless one was told, oh, tonight you can see Jupiter. We don't even know Jupiter is passing through and you can see it from an angle from the naked eye. It's only when you keep up with this and then you know there is a conjunction of Jupiter and moon, for example, and it will be just so many degrees away from the moon and you can see it with your naked eye without the aid of a telescope, then only you can look for it. Otherwise, you don't even know it's there. They are doing whatever it is. They are affecting the tides on the earth, the moon is, and then they are affecting so many things, and they are not really taking any credit for anything. So in the same manner, that's the example. So in the same manner, in the world are moving around in various forms. Kalita akritayaha, in various forms. And that we can take in many different ways. Various forms means masculine form, feminine form, animal form, human form, or in the form of philosophers, scientists, rishis, social reformers, activists. They're all doing things. The philosophers have an important job of making people see things differently, which is a very nice thing. And then social reformers have a very important job of bringing to light certain injustices of the society and correcting them. And activists have an important job of fighting for certain rights, bringing down dictators and other such entities. Then scientists have a wonderful job of bringing new kinds of technology to light, testing hypotheses, making medicine better, making every area better so that one can have better lives. And like this, during the pandemic, they have been, extremely, extremely crucial for all of us to have the scientists. And then there is someone like Adi Shankara. And so, out of all these people, Jagatim Avitum Kalita Akritayah. So people who have these various forms, Vicharanti. Where do they Vicharanti? Mahamahasaha Chalataha Vicharanti. This Chalataha, we should have a Ut before that. Ut Chalataha. Upward moving. Mahamahasaha. Mahamahas means in the firmament. Firmament is Mahamahas, the great space in the yonder. Mahamahasaha. And then this Chalataha, we have to add a silent Ut Chalataha. Upward moving, like the celestial bodies, planets, all of them, they're all moving like this. Why? For the express purposes of protecting the Jagat. Celestial bodies don't protect the Jagat, but like the celestial bodies, there is a hidden illustration. There is a Gudha Udaharana. So there is a hidden illustration. Like the celestial bodies who are moving without anybody knowing in their orbit, certainly moving in their orbit, these holy people and all these people who are doing something for society, they are also moving around quietly, wandering without making any noise. And out of all of them, you are what? Ahimamshuhu. Himamshu means what? Himamshu? Moon. Himamshu is moon. And then what is Ahimamshu? Yes, not moon. That means sun. Yeah. Nice way of saying sun. Ahimamshuhu Iva, like even the sun. Iva means like. Atra he guru Tvam vibhasi. You shine like the sun. Among all these people that we talked about, who are they? Scientists, social reformers, activists, other philosophers. They are all little stars. And among all of them, you are the sun. When the sun comes out, what happens? What happens to the stars? Gone. Gone. Overshadowed. So there is no comparison between Adi Shankara and any other social reformer, religious reformer, cultural reformer, scientist, activist. Nothing. So when he is there, everything, all the other competition is completely, fully swallowed up. Not a chance for them to survive. Not a chance for them to see the light. Or to be the light, rather. Not a chance for them to shine. It's only when he is not there, they can slowly twinkle little bit. So they twinkle here, little bit there, that's it. But then when the sun is there, it is all-encompassing. So you who has the brightness and the tejas of the sun. Look at that, really. I mean, no other philosopher in the Vedic tradition has accomplished what he has done. The prolific writing itself is so much writing. And bhashyas, everything, and commentaries, shlokas, plus establishing so many temples, bringing so many people into the fold of Vedanta, plus all these debates with all these personages, Kumarila Bhatta, and all these people. There were so many very stalwart, exalted philosophers, etc., of his time, who he defeated in debate. Why? Because they were a twinkle, twinkle, little star, and he was, here comes the sun. Okay? And so therefore, no comparison. No comparison. No comparison at all. Ahimamshuhu iva atra vibhasi. Here you shine like the sun. And you swallow up everybody. There's nobody there. Nobody even exists. And then what else? You swallow all of them up. You are incomparable to everybody. And you have defeated all of them in debate. Like even the sun casts, swallows up all the stars and other planets, etc. He Bhavashankara, He Deshika, Me Sharanam. Then, next one. Is that the seventh one? Yeah. Guru Pungava Pungava Ketanate Samataamayatam nahi kopi sudhihi Sharanagata vatsala tattvanidhe Bhavashankara deshika me sharanam Bhavashankara deshika me sharanam. Together. Guru Pungava Pungava Ketanate Samataamayatam nahi kopi sudhihi Sharanagata vatsala tattvanidhe Bhavashankara deshika me sharanam Bhavashankara deshika me sharanam. So this is an interesting thing. Guru Pungava. Pum means man, masculine. Gava means cow. What does Pungava means? Man cow, correct? What is Pungava? Bull, yeah. So, a bull among gurus. It's just a metaphor, meaning the best among gurus. It's not the guru is bullish or the guru is a bully, but it is the best among the gurus you are. And it's all invocative. Hey Guru Pungava, O you the most exalted one of all gurus. And then, He Pungava Ketana. Ketana means flag, mascot. So the one whose mascot is the bull. Who is that? Nandi is the bull, but who has the Nandi as mascot? Lord Shiva, he right there. Lord Dakshinamurti, sitting on the bull. We didn't cover that yesterday. That one thing was left out. This is a good opportunity now. Yeah. See, the bull means tamas. You see, in India, the bulls nowadays less and less because they have so many highways and they have been, removed from all these things. Before, when there were roads going from Delhi to Rishikesh, sometimes there would be a traffic jam. Why? Because there's a group of bulls and cows, cattle, sitting on the road. And You try to get them up. It's a chore. They will not get up. And you try to prod them, they will go like this. And you try to prod them on this side, they will go like this. But they'll continue to sit there. Once I was going with Pujya Swamiji, and he said, in the last life, it must have been a very busy CEO who said, "Oh Lord, next life I want a stress-free life." And now he's causing stress to everyone on the road. Himself stress-free. So bull is tamas. It's very difficult to make it do anything. And so, and the one who is Arudha, here see, the Lord Dakshinamurti seated on the bull has mastered tamas. Mastery over this tamas. And this tamas is ajnanam. Atma ajnanam. And so therefore, the bull is the mascot, Vahana, mascot, etc. for Lord Shiva. Because the Atma Ajnanam is there. And the Atma Ajnanam represented by the bull, over which the Lord has complete mastery. The Lord is untouched by tamas. And it's very common to see this, We have these kinds of mascots. The goddess Durga has tiger. She sits on the tiger. Tiger represents all these negative emotions, anger, etc. So she has mastered those emotions. And this Subramanya, Lord Murugan, peacock, is one of the mascots, vanity. And, this Mada, Matsarya, all this has overcome. So like this, and this one, Ganesha, he's got the little Mushika, mouse. Mouse means restless mind. And Ganesha has mastery over that restlessness. That is what all these things represent. So here, the one who has a bull flag, Nandi on the flag, means the one who has mastered this tamas, has mastery over Atma Ajnanam. Only that person can teach. The one who has mastery over Ajnanam, who has dismissed the Ajnanam, who has transcended the Ajnanam, alone can teach. So here, Totakacharya is invoking Adi Shankara as Dakshinamurti incarnate. You are nothing other than Lord Dakshinamurti for me. You are nothing other than that. All that you are is Lord Dakshinamurti, and you teach just like he does. And we yesterday saw all the ways in which the Lord teaches, very subtly, through showing that one is the whole. And the whole form itself of Lord Dakshinamurti is a teaching. And plus the mudra, the chin mudra, which makes the ahankara bend and go with Brahman, identify not with no longer identify with the body, mind, sense complex, but with Parabrahman, Paramatma. You are Paramatma, that is the teaching. So here, Pungava Ketana, the one who is Lord Dakshinamurti incarnate, Lord Shiva manifest as Dakshinamurti, the teacher. Samatam kopi sudhihi samatam nahi ayatam. And samatam means equal to you. Samatam, equal. Ayatam, na ayatam, we have to say, not gained. Nobody has gained any kind of a semblance of equality to what you know. And nobody means kopi. Nobody means who. We are not talking of just roadside people or the masses. We are talking among the sudhihi. Sudhihi means the one who has sushtu dhi. Dhi means buddhi. Among the ones who have good buddhi, means erudite scholars. So many people he defeated in debate, like Kumar Ilabhatta and all these people, he defeated in debate. So all these people, They were not ordinary people. They all had something to, say, something to contribute. And we should read his critique of this Vachaspati Mishra's Bhamati in the Brahma Sutra Bhashya. Very, very well done. Because Vachaspati Mishra makes the mistake of thinking that Anandamaya Kosha is Ananda. He makes that mistake. But Adi Shankara refutes that point very, very beautifully. Refutes that point. Kosha is a locus of error. In the one that delights and has experiential delight, that is not the Ananda that we are talking about. It's not mistaking oneself for the bhokta. It is the content of the experiencer. It's the truth of the experiencer. Like this, he refutes the points. So among all the Sudhihis, among all the stalwarts who have written these wonderful bhashyas and everything, among them, nobody, among all these people, nobody can hold a candle to you. You are the best. You are the best. East or west, you are the best. Nobody anywhere can do this to you. Look at the extent of his Shraddha. He knows that nobody can equal. And this is a very, this kind of a Shraddha is just so exemplary. That is why we chant this in ashram, etc. So, samatam na ayatam kopi sudhihi. Even though they are sudhihi, they are well versed in Vedanta and they are all wise in their own way, but still they are, they are nothing compared to you. And therefore what? Sharanagata Vatsala Tattva Nidhe. You are Tattva Nidhi. Nidhi means a treasury. You are a kosha, a treasury of Tattva, the truth. Truth of you, truth of Jagat, truth of Ishvara, all one. Truth of the Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara, as Brahman, as whole, free, limitless. That truth, Tattva. Very interesting word, Tattva. Tattva means essence, but it is formed by the word Tat, along with the suffix Tva. This Tva suffix is that which makes something into an abstract noun. Like Manushya means human being. Manushyatva, humanity, humaneness. You see, it makes it into an abstract noun. What does Tat mean? That. Tattva means thatness. Literally, that's what it means. But we know from our Vedanta study that Tat means Jagat Karanam Brahma. Because it is, the Upanishad goes, the Shruti goes with our ignorance. And because we say Brahman is somewhere else, not locally available, we refer to it in the third person. We refer to it by a remote preposition, that Brahman. This Atma, I am Atma, but Tad Brahma. So therefore, Tattva means Brahman, thatness. And what is this thatness? The nature of that which is Ishvara. Because Brahman means Jagat Karanam Brahma only, Bhagavan, Brahman endowed with the power to project, the power to sustain and power to take back the universe. So this is Bhagavan. Tattva means Bhagavan, the knowledge of Bhagavan as oneself, as one with everything. So this Tattva is you are the storehouse of this Tattva. If this Tattva is so simple, why to have a storehouse? Different ways of communicating. We have so many pedagogical teaching devices. What are they? Avastha-traya prakriya. These are all called prakriyas. Avastha-traya prakriya, one such device, teaching device. Who is the waker? Me, okay? Waker, me. Who is the sleeper? Again, me. Who is the dreamer? Me. But I am neither waker, nor sleeper, nor dreamer. This is how the teaching goes. Waker is me, I am not the waker. But how to understand waker is me, but I am not the waker? Because, if you are the waker, then you should be awake all the time. Are you awake all the time? And even if you say pretty much, because I have insomnia, but still, still you will be sleeping once in a while. That means the role of the sleeper cancels out the waker, correct? And the role of the dreamer cancels out both the sleeper and the waker. But yet there is a continuity. When you wake up, you tell me, I got up. You don't say the neighbor woke up. And then when you have a dream and you wake up and you say, I dreamt of this and this. And so many times in ashrams and all, they have a lost and found box. Yesterday also somebody came, whose is this, some book. Whose is this, who does this belong to? You will never find somebody's lost dream. Whose dream is this? Because the dream is already owned up by the person who is the waker now. So therefore, there is a continuity. Waker cancels sleeper, sleeper cancels waker, and they both cancel the dreamer. Yet there is an inherent continuity. I am the one who is the sleeper, I am the one who is waking, I am the one the dreamer, but I am not any one of them. That is why the word Turiya comes, short for Chaturiya, the fourth. But there is no fourth. All that is this Turiya taking on various roles, taking on various roles and statuses, sleeper, waker, etc. This is a very important pedagogy to get that sense of, to immediately understand this Tvam Padartha. What is this I? Very powerful pedagogy deployed in the Mandukya Upanishad. Very, very nice. And so what is this waker, dreamer, sleeper? How to understand it? You can think of it as, a person who owns several, what are they called? Nowadays you don't own cottages, time shares. Yeah. You own time in those places. So let's say the person is from somewhere in the middle of the country, Kansas or something. And then buys a timeshare somewhere near the water in Florida. And then another one somewhere in the skiing place, Colorado, Aspen, very nice place. And then for good measure buys one more cottage somewhere, timeshare, in Arizona, desert. Then goes to Florida and then meets a few people there. While he is going somewhere and he meets a few people. Oh, are you from here? No, I am just vacationing. I'm actually from Kansas. Meet some more people. Next time he goes in the winter to ski and he's in Colorado and meets some people in that, what is that called? Ski lift, yeah. Meets the people in the ski lift. Oh, when did you move here? No, I don't live here. I'm from Kansas, I'm just visiting. Goes to Arizona, says the same thing. Meets people, admiring a few cacti, and says the same thing. I'm not from here, I'm from Kansas. Kansas is Turiya, okay? Yeah. And then you can decide, Florida, waker, Aspen, dreamer, and then cactus, sleeper, cactus place. So like this. That same I that is visiting these places. So you are visiting the waking state. You are visiting and blessing the sleeping state. You are also visiting the dream state. But you are not any one of them. You don't have domicile in any one of them. You don't belong to any one of them. You are free. You are free of all the states. The states depend on you, but you are free of all the states. This is something which is very, very beautiful. And this is how the Atma is taught. You are that which is that presence, sentient presence that is visiting the states. And you see, it's kind of easy to cancel, it is easy to not take the sleeper seriously. You can say, yeah, that was in sleep. It's also very easy to not take the dreamer seriously. You say, oh, that was just a dream. The day you can take the waker also as less seriously as you take the dreamer and sleeper, then you have made great progress in this knowledge, in assimilating this knowledge. The waker is taken very seriously. And that is what we have to, and everything that happens in the waking state, oh no, so much stress, so much anxiety, what to do. Yeah, that is what has to go. This is called avastha-traya prakriya, very famous prakriya. Then another one is, what else is there? Karya-karana prakriya. So, cause-effect methodology. And here also something funny is going on. Cause, effect is non-separate from the cause. Like pot is clay. And then fabric is just yarn. Effect is non-separate from cause, but cause is not effect. Pot is clay, clay is not pot. This also tells us a lot. So this is another kind of a prakriya. Then we have Anvaya Vyatireka, another prakriya. Anvaya, the maxim, how to say this in English, the maxim of invariable concomitance. When A is there, B is there. Then A is not there, but B is still there. So therefore we say B is independent of A and B may even be the cause of A. Anvaya Vyatireka. Anvaya Vyatireka Bhyam Nishprapancham Prapanchate. Like this. Then we have another one. Adhyaropa Apavada. Adhyaropa, the projection. Apavada, negation. Like our snake rope. That is a very nice analogy. So first we look at everything as a projection, cognitively remove the projection to come to an understanding of the I, and then it is apavada, removed, and then the understanding is there. So like this we have a boatload of pedagogies, and each Upanishad has so many tricks up her sleeves. So many different kinds of tricks are there. And all these tricks are enumerated very nicely in the Upanishads. And so you are Tattvanidhi. Tattvanidhi means, Tattvanidhi means what? You are the storehouse of all these things. You're a great big storehouse of tricks to deploy these unique methodology, and in a very unique way also. It's not just enough to have the methodology. Waker is you, sleeper is you, dreamer is you. You're not the waker, you're not the sleeper, you're not the dreamer. What did you understand? But that is not Adi Shankara's way. It is communicated in a way that is assimilated properly. So waker, dreamer, sleeper, all these pedagogies, cause-effect methodology, Anvaya Vyatireka, all these, like this, there are so many pedagogies. All of them are very nicely deployed, and you are the storehouse of these methodologies, not just the storehouse. You keep giving them to us. And so therefore what? Sharanagata Vatsala. Vatsala means the one who has motherly love and compassion. Oh, but he's a man, Adi Shankara is a man. Doesn't matter. Still has motherly love. Would you believe it? Pujya Swamiji, when Pujya Swamiji was around, then when Pujya Swamiji was in the body, many people used to come and say, Pujya Swamiji, Happy Mother's Day. That's what. because he had that compassion. He commanded that compassion and that love. So Sharanagata Vatsala. So you who is the embodiment, the total embodiment of motherly love and compassion. For whom? For the ones who have done Sharanagati. It's not for everyone at random all the time. It's only for the ones who have done Sharanagati this love is given. Not for anybody else. He Bhavashankara, He Deshika, Me Sharanam. We'll see more tomorrow. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadag Purnavevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.